Hi there, welcome back to Zone 5 Aviation. I'm Andrew, and this video is not a regular video in terms of looking at a specific model kit or product or anything, but this is going to be a shout out to a channel that I've been following lately for Mark Andrews' model vlog, and he is a straight up guy. He's pretty cool. He's just, as you see him, no fanfare or anything. He's just a guy at his modelling bench, building models, the way it should be, really. I've come to see just lately that the YouTube format tends to send people in a very artistic way, rather than just the guts of it, just people modelling at their modelling bench. So I've been following Mark now probably for a couple of months, and he's based in the UK, and he's part of his local modelling club and building models, getting people into the hobby and keeping that social aspect of the hobby together. And they obviously, with the world as it is now at the moment with the whole COVID thing, that's been difficult to do in a face-to-face format, but the online modelling community has managed to keep it together, and that's what I like. So I use the YouTube format, I use the Facebook format, and whilst I may not be directly engaging with other people, people are interacting in a different kind of way, where it's just been putting a comment on a video or something like that. But Mark is just, as I say, he's just a straight up kind of guy, working on his bench in his garage. He likes tornadoes. I thought I liked tornadoes, but this guy really likes tornadoes. So far in my modelling career, if I've built 3, I currently have 2 in my on my display shelf upstairs, and I've only built 1 other before, and that was a teeny tiny little Revell 1/44 scale tornado. I do have other tornadoes in my stash, and I've got quite a few actually, but this guy really likes tornadoes. And I think the last count was he'd done about 4, maybe 5 of the Revell 48 scale, GR4, IDS, that kind of thing. He really likes tornadoes. So Mark, if you want any help with tornadoes or information photos, or or any markings, I've got a ton of them. So if you want any help with anything, give me a shout and I'll help you out. But I'm pretty sure you've got all your bases covered on that. So yeah, just shout out video to Mark. His most recent video, he's attempting to tackle a tank, and he's got a Airfix 1/35 scale King Tiger tank, a tank I'm not too familiar with. I'm not familiar with tanks at all. I'm a jet guy. I like my Phantoms, my Tomcats, my Hornets, F-15s. I'm a jet guy. I'm an aeroplane guy. I don't do tanks, but I have built 1 tank. And so, Mark, if you happen to watch this, I really enjoyed building the tank. I built the Academy 135th M1A2 Abrams with the Tusk 2 armor kit on it. This is a gorgeous kit. Now, I'm not familiar with airfix tanks. I've never built one, never seen one, let alone, actually looked at the plastic. So, airfix may differ from Academy, may differ from Dragon, may differ from, what else have we got? TAC armor out there, Dustwork. So, no doubt all these tank armor kits are going to be different. So, whatever any kind of advice or anything that I can offer up, well, I'd say ignore it really, because I don't know. But if you're happy to look at this, if you don't mind, I'll just give you a whistle-stop tour around my Abrams build. So let's take a look. Hey Mark, so here's my Abrams M1A2 Tusk 2 1/35th scale Academy kit, and behind I've just sort of shown up some of the materials, particularly paints and stuff that I used. Kit construction, predominantly used Tamiya Extra Thin. I'm sure you're aware of that, and you've probably used it yourself. Very simple process I found with building a tank. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Academy kit per se. I'm just going to talk about the method, if it's of any help to you. Basically, stuff like the turrets, that spinny round pointy thingamabob. If I can pull this off now. There we go. So, as you're aware, the tanks are pretty generic as far as two halves. You have a turret and a hull. And I found that construction is a fairly simple affair. You don't have anything like aircraft where you have joints in the common sense, where on aircraft, there's one there I made earlier, that you have to sand and fill, rinse and repeat, and have a jolly old nightmare doing it. So with tanks, none of that. You can disguise joints as weld joints, and weather them up appropriately. But there's also other things that you can do. I've actually had a bit of sort of artistic license with this in adding a few bits and pieces that you wouldn't normally find on a tank in terms of markings. But stuff like side skirts, if the attachment points are strong enough, you can leave them dry fitted. So these side skirts on here, same on the other side, I've left them as a dry fit to take them on or off, just in case, in the event that I may want to remove the tracks. Now, I saw in your little review of your King Tiger that your tracks are plastic. This kit, my kit in particular, has vinyl tracks. I know I've seen a number of videos that not many people seem to like the vinyl tracks. I love these. These are just, makes the job so easy. You just get a pigment and mix it in with a wash, make a bit of a sludge, and just lather it on, and then wipe it off, particularly on your track pads, things like that. You just wipe that off to give the impression that it's been cleaned as it's been scrubbing along the road. So then all you're left with is all the dirt and grime and dust in the middle of it. So you just sludge it up and just wipe it off. That was the easy thing I found about tracks in particular. Other accessory items, this has got a like a tow bar thing. You can add things like that. On this kit, particularly, these were like friction fit pins. So you might be able to see here that can actually move. That's just a dry fit with friction fit pins that are in the kit. Again, your kit might be slightly different. But as you can see, weathering, it's kind of generic. I sprayed a combination of flat black and a reddy brown along panel lines and stuff, and then gave a base coat of see, I used this paint set, AK Interactive, and that has a basic paint and then a couple of weathering washes in it. So I used the basic paint and then some XF57 just to bleach stuff down, and then used I use these oil washes by Winsor & Newton. Pretty easy to use, just mix them in a bit of methylated spirits or turpentine, just to thin them down, and then just use them as your regular panel wash. Other details on the turret, basically the same kind of affair really, just using a combination of flat black and a reddy brown for your panel lines and stuff. Tend to sort of hit the edges, so anywhere you've got an edge, particularly on the turret, hit those with your black or red color, a dark color that's going to go under your base coat, to enhance the details. And the thing with tanks is that there's a lot of flat surfaces, so wherever you've got a flat surface, that's where the sunlight is going to hit predominantly. So much like on aeroplanes, you would bleach out areas where the most direct sun is. So once you've done your panel line, your pre-shading as it were, then add your final color, and then use that final color and lighten it, and then bleach into the center of your panels to give a bleached effect. And that's kind of what I've done here. You see sort of between a contrast between this surface and that surface. There is tonal changes all the way throughout this. You know, for a first go at a tank build, I'm really impressed with this. And so I can't see any reason why you, as an accomplished model builder, you should have no problems in attempting a similar thing, I would imagine. You know, I wouldn't say put it down to confidence or anything. It's just, yeah, just crack it open and get out the hairy sticks and the airbrush and go to town and just weather up. As I say, the construction seemed to be the easiest bit about a tank build, much easier than an aeroplane, and I really enjoyed it. And in fact, as you've seen, I do have another one in the stash. So yeah, I'm ready to give another one a go, actually. Now, one of the details that I applied to my kit, and this is probably only specific for an Abrams tank, you know, particularly modern tanks, is that they have a lot of optics on their on them. So you just see flashing in the light there, there's an optic lens at the front just flashing red there, and it's a very sort of transient red orange color, not metallic, but very opaque, and very, yeah, as I say, very transient. Now I actually did that using a red Staedtler Lumicolor pen. Nothing fancy, just the pen, and just painted that on over the lens to give that effect. There you go. So much in the way you'd look at a heads-up display on a jet aircraft whenever it's powered up. As you move your line of sight around the front of the airplane, you'd see a green reflectiveness from the heads-up display projector, and it's very transient, luminous, and that's the kind of effect that you see here. So there you go, you see a bit more there. So you probably won't have that on the King Tiger, being an older tank, but certainly there's got one of the tricks you can play with Lumicolor pens, particularly on rear lights. I did the same on the lights on the back here. Same kind of thing, just a red marker pen on the lights. Now, as you may have spotted, there's some stars and bars there on the back end. I'm a US Navy modeler, as you can probably tell. You know, US Marine Corps, US Navy, hand in hand. So I just kind of used a bit of artistic license on the back there. I like Top Gun, the movie, my favourite all-time movie. So put Danger Zone and Stars and Bars on the back, and these steps, these markers here are from a Hornet, a Hornet decal sheet. Same with the warning triangle there, and the lettering on the back there. So just a bit of artistic license, just to jazz it up a bit. So anyway, Mark, I hope this helps, and it's good to follow your channel, and keep on making those videos, keep on modeling, and stay safe. And feel free to check out my channel, Zone 5 Aviation, and I'm both on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to check out the channel and the Facebook page, feel free. There's a link on my YouTube channel to both sites. So yeah, keep up the good work, and maybe chat to you soon. Okay, take it easy. Bye, Mark.